Hi Karen, hi kids, how's your class today? We're going to show how to make a pot. Now I've got a potter's wheel here, and on the left side over here I've got a pedal, and I use my left foot. When I press down on the top, it goes round, goes fast and slower. So that's how the speed of the wheel goes. And we're going to get started on this 2 pounds of clay and see what kind of a pot we're going to make on this. Okay? Get it going round about the right speed. Get my hands a little wet, and we're going to center it. That's one of the most important things to do, because if it's not centered, you usually get a pot that's kind of wobbly. And sometimes that's pretty good, but most of the time you don't want to do that. So we press down with our thumbs down, and we bring our fingers wrapped around the clay up. And we can tell it's pretty much centered. So we're going to get some of this loose clay and water around here. And we're going to get our hands a little wet, and we're going to press with my hand like a karate chop. And we're going to push down on it, and this hand is pushing in this way, so we'll keep on moving my hand out, and it's about the size of the pot we're going to get round. I want to make sure it's centered right, so we're going to work on it just a little bit. Okay, now to move this clay out to here so we can lift it up, we're going to make a little dent in the clay and spread it out a little bit. Now, we got to make sure we don't go all the way down to the bat, so we're going to stop the wheel, and I've got a needle here, and I'm going to push it down into the clay to see how far down. Okay, we got about that much, so we're going to go down just a little farther, but we're going to get some of this off of here first. So we're going to go down a little bit more and move it in. That should be about right. Now we're going to take a sponge, and we're going to have the wheel go around, and we're going to move this clay over to this side. Push down with the sponge here, and then move this over this way. So here we go. There we go. We round the clay over, keep this level smooth, and bring this over. Okay, now we're going to use this tool, piece of wood, and we're going to, this is smooth down here, we're going to level the bottom. Okay. We just go, start in the middle and go off to the outside. And we clean it off. And it's getting there, but we're going to take a little bit more. As we press down, we make sure that the base, the bottom of the pot is going to be smooth. Now we just take this, one of our sponges, and clean off the water off of there. Get this off a little bit. And we've got this tool that we're going to push in here so we can get a little edge down here so that when I bring the clay up, my finger will go underneath. Okay, we're going to try lifting it now. On this side, I've got to have pressure coming from the inside out, and this hand is going to have pressure from the outside in, so we're going to bring the clay up. Okay, let's give it a try here. We get to the top, we round it off so that we make sure that the top is smooth and even. So we're just going to work on that. Just keep lifting it up. Put it over the top. Still pretty smooth. We look here and we check from the inside to the out, and looks like there's a little bit too much clay down there. So we're going to take a little more off, get that finger spot down there, and we'll use both sponges. I put this one around this finger and put it inside the bowl so it'll be smooth when they both come up. And this thumb will land on here, so when I bring my right hand up, the left one will come up with it. Okay, let's give it a shot here. Okay, it's still a little thick, so we're just going to take a little bit off the bottom, bring it up. Just bring it up. Okay, now we're going to use the same sponge on the inside. We're going to use this tool. It's a wooden tool, and it's got a straight edge here, the same one we used for the bottom, only we're going to use this one on the side. Put it down the bottom and smooth it up. Well, it looks pretty good. So now we're going to kind of smooth this out. And I've got a little piece of chamois here. And it's smooth on one side and a little rough on this side. So we get it a little wet, use the smooth side, and lay it on top of the rim, and just move it back and forth so it's nice and round. Now we've got another wooden tool here that's kind of slanted more, and there's a little bit too much down there in the bottom, so we're just going to put this there and get rid of that. And we're going to take a piece of wire, as you can see it here. I wrap it around my hand here, and we put it on the base of the bat here and move it underneath, so we kind of loosened it from the bottom here. Then we clean off the outside, and there's a little bit more water in there. We'll just kind of smooth it out. And there we've got a pot. We'll just use a screwdriver to lift this up a little bit. And here's our pot. How's that? Not bad? Pretty good. Okay, kids, I'll see you the next time. Just trying to see how long it takes for this to make this pot. And I've got to